Welcome back with Happy Chappy. So, gonna try and make this nice. So, whatever you do, make sure you enjoy your day. Now, I had this feeling and a thought came to me. It's not something that I've thought of ever. And this was a thought of someone leaving and never coming back. But it was the thought of my father, as when I was younger, he left and died, so he wasn't able to come back. But today, it hit me, that sense of feeling that someone isn't coming back. But it wasn't death that I felt, it was jail. It was like someone had went to jail and isn't coming back from it. So, what I'm really saying is, wherever you are in your life, make sure you enjoy it. Because you could see someone, a loved one, and be cursing them out, and they're gone. And then you have to deal with how you were. So live a happy life, a joyful life, loving one another. And so whenever, or if ever, such an experience you come across, then at least you know you loved them and they loved you. And you did what you could do to be happy, as they did with you too. I just felt somebody was frustrated and angry. A group of people, like children, but adults, frustrated by their own actions, their own behaviour. And all I can say to that, to change your way of thinking, to change your way of being. Because your way of being and your way of thinking has got you into this way of being and this way of thinking. And so you be it. You be what you think, because you feel towards all that you think. And it's time to start rethinking and feeling towards something else that you think about. Something that's important to you. Something that you love. Something that you enjoy. Something that means everything to you is what you should be thinking about. That thing that makes you happy. And then you can feel towards them thoughts. And then you can be that. You can be that happy person that you've been thinking about being happy. And not be where you've brought yourself to be through the actions of who you've been. This is not everybody, but there's people out there who have created actions that cause reactions, which cause consequences to their actions. And so then you have them thinking and feeling about the actions that they took. But when you're thinking about the actions that you took, you're thinking about how you could have made it different so it would have worked for you. You're not looking at your actions and seeing what you've done wrong and how you could have made it good by not taking part in what you've done and doing something like I've just explained to you. Thinking about what makes you happy. You see, you're thinking that you'd been thinking and are thinking about never got you to a place to be happy. And so you be the way that you be. And now you think about all the thinking that you've done, which keeps you in that place that you be. And until you start thinking about the place of happiness, of what makes you happy in who you be, then you will be stuck in that cycle of thinking of what you've been. By thinking about what you were thinking about and stuck in that pattern in another cycle to be what you've been. Until you start thinking of who you want to be. Like that happy person, that joyful person, that loving person, that caring person. To feel all that within you. What would it take? Is whatever you've got to think about. To replace your way of thinking that had you in the way that you were feeling. As I say, this isn't everybody, but they who do something wrong and see that they have consequences to what they've done must change their way of thinking. Because if you don't, there will be more consequences to what you do. Because you're stuck in the same cycle of thinking that has created consequences from the actions that you took. And we all do this. But we must find a way out. And that starts with our thinking. And thinking brings upon feelings, emotions. And when we put our thoughts and feelings together to create an action, then it can be. But we must first start rethinking about what makes us that loving, happy person that we be, or we want to be. So we can replace the old version of us and start life new, happier and more joyful. Let's be happy, chappy, love and peace.